Thomas TAYEBWA came out to retaliate on what BOBI WINE called him. BOBI WINE came out to say that Thomas TAYEBWA is a henchman who is dealing with selling NUP candidates, which is unfortunate. And I think that's blew Thomas TAYEBWA away, and he decided to reply. And for me, I think what Thomas TAYEBWA replied is just grasping yourself on the grass. You know, as people who have ever been on the lake, when you are drowning, you catch on each and everything that is possible. You can even catch on a snake, thinking that is going to help you. In a tweet where Thomas TAYEBWA was speaking, came out to say, and I quote, he was replying to BOBI WINE. He came out to say, respectfully, my brother, let's be clear on the facts. It is true one of the presented comrades was not an NUP flag bearer, and I regret that such a mistake won't be repeated. However, what remains a fact is that tens of your official parliamentary flag bearers have crossed to NRM and even withdrawn from the race, with the latest being team of over 250 NUP leaders from Chenjojo, Bundibujo, Bunyangabo, led by 3 parliamentary candidates and several flag bearers for different local government positions, who crossed on 24th December, citing your party, citing your party is lack of clear agenda for the future of our country. He is continuing to say that I would like to request you to respect the people who once supported you. For you to brand everyone who leaves you as a sellout is very unfortunate. There is no need to pay any of these people. They're approaching us themselves, and more are coming. These are people you lied to, promised that you knew you could not fulfill, but expected them to remain in your camp. They tell me you promised each one of them 50 million to take your flag, only to be abandoned along the way. Politics is about engaging, and we shall continue to do that with those opposed to NRM, including you and your close confidants. And we don't need to buy anyone. We only need to debunk the lies spread about our government, party, and our candidates who has sacrificed all he could so that we enjoy this beautiful country. So let me first stop on that.
CD command. CD.
Sorry for that.
CDF command of the forces. He's supposed to govern his own.
Let me first remove it, sorry. First of all, according to what we've seen in that tweet, Thomas TAYEBWA is coming out to say that NUP candidates were promised 50 million. A lie. Because even NUP candidates, some of them didn't nominate for lack of money. Very many NUP candidates even had to pay for their nominations. By the way, I'm against a candidate to pay for his nomination. Next time NUP, even if it means taking a loan from the bank, at least the first issue on the table, you should pay the nomination for different candidates. That's how political parties do. Even FDs at its lowest used to get a loan, at least. But that will be a discussion for another day. One, for an NUP candidate to say that they were promised 50 million, it is a lie, because even NUP has been fundraising. So that is a propaganda that's being peddled. Anyone who joins NUP in a pursuit for money is in the wrong place, because NUP is a party for liberation, is a party for fighting for our rights. For you to come out and say that they are sellouts, it's also neither here or there, because a person who abandons a struggle, who abandons an engagement, he is called a sellout. Trust me. So TAYEBWA feels bad that there is being called a sellout and the candidates of NUP, but according to the English dictionary, sellout means in an informal way a person who compromises their personal value, integrity, talent, etc. for money or personal advancement. 2, a person who betrays a cause, organization, or that like a traitor. 3, an act of instance of selling out. That is according to the English dictionary. So all those people who betrayed the struggle and changed the stand, they are sellouts. Including you, TAYEBWA, who was a youth leader in FDC And now your former leader, Kizza Besigye, is dying in prison. You've done nothing. The other day you came out to say that he's in prison because he's not cooperating, because the lawyers are playing politics. Yet we all know that even other people are being added on the file. You cannot tell me that someone is, they are planning to release someone who ought to forgive him when even other people are being added on the file. That cannot be possible. So for me, I think TAYEBWA felt he was called out, and he felt bad that they are telling him the truth. Let's continue from where we stopped. Finally, in a communication TAYEBWA made, he also came out to say, finally, I request you to be exemplary and use acceptable language. Why would someone be labeled cold-blooded because of talking to your supporters? If you behave that way when you have no power, what about when you are given full authority over our country? If we are to have credible conversation about our country's future, let's not preach water and drink wine. That is a communication where TAYEBWA was replaying BOBI WINE. But if you look at that communication, you clearly see that TAYEBWA is playing a victim card. He's coming out to say that if BOBI WINE is acting this way, whatever is given full authority. Remember, he's in a regime which went to the bush and he killed people to get power. These people expect us to keep quiet and to be stupid on the same issues that they were never patient with. In fact, General Museveni, showing the mustard seed, came out to say that when Amin took power, because Museveni was working in the State House, the next day Museveni went to the bush to fight him. He was not even patient. The 10-point programs after General Museveni had come to power, because they were, I think, 21, they were reduced to 10. He talked about abductions. He talked about the rule of law. He talked about torture. Even the trigger that led to the 1980 Bush War was because of election malpractices. They are being practiced right now. I know some of the people in the government, they are comfortably sitting because they, like the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, as Deputy Speaker of Parliament, he gets money, he's a billionaire with no doubt by virtue of the business and the office he holds. But don't remember where you came from a party that was created to fight for human rights. The human rights are not there. And it's coming out to say if we must have an engagement, we must speak. You cannot want an engagement with me as we speak right now. More than 500 people are in jail facing fictitious charges. Speaker TAYEBWA knows that among those people who were arrested in Mbarara, they released 3 people after they bowed out to support NRM. Others who refused to support NRM, they are still in jail. The criminal justice system allows that. You cannot tell me that you're in the same case, 3 people get bail, the next day they are seen with General Kaguta Museveni, and others who have not bowed down, okay, to this idol, they are still in jail. The injustice, and you come out to tell us Speaker TAYEBWA has no moral ground to tell us about change or engagement. Engagement is done in a clear environment, in a clear environment where we hear each other, not in an environment of intimidation and threatening us. That cannot work. And as we speak out, you will go back to these videos because internet doesn't forget when the country is falling. The only problem is when the country is falling, some of us, we only have here. Some of you have houses in Nairobi, Kenya, Switzerland, America. Your children study abroad. For us, we shall die here. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabir Sulaiman Mawagali. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.